Thank you very much for tuning in. It's Stuart, revisiting with you another of the golden middle distance races of the fantastic era, 1970 and the 1980s. I mean, this probably isn't one of the sort of top-notch races, but I used to enjoy in those days, I'm sure you all did if you lived in that era, the European Cup and especially the World Cup. It was really, I mean, the World Cup was de facto the World Championships. And I mean, the European Cup was like a mini European Athletics Championship. So it was a great place to see all the best runners in Europe and all the best runners in the world. So anyway, let's get going. Here's Coe, and let's see how he deals with Olaf Beyer on this occasion.
Got them away first time.
Off they go.
Beyer didn't get away too well. Coe cruising in the second lane. Zivitic has gone off fast to the inside. Right on the outside, Grippo.
Coe cruising in the second lane. It's a bit early to say that Coe's cruising. So Beyer there is going out in front. Obviously, being the European champion, he will be feeling confident, and he'll also be feeling that he should be winning this race. If being the European champion is going to mean anything at all, you should really be winning the European Cup the following year. So we've got Wooly Woolbeck in this field as well, and obviously he did. Well, I was going to say he did great things. He won a great race, of course, beating Joachim Cruz in '83. What else he did that was great, I don't know, but he was one of the best 800 meters in the world, runners in the world. Going through in 55.63, make a note of that because that is actually similar to the time that Ovet, they went through 800 in Moscow. So it'll be interesting to see what the finishing time is. But Coe is still just taking it easy here. Beyer looks like, you know, he's starting to sort of, he wouldn't let that lead go if he was really in the kind of form he was in that 78 race. The leader is really looking quite impressive here. Well, he's gritting his teeth, he's struggling. Coe is coming around the outside, running extra distance. I mean, look at the way he's going there. Look at that sprint. Look how fast his legs are moving and the way he's driving his arms up and down like he's in a sprint. We don't often see him do that. He throws both arms in the air. Let's just have another quick look at that last 200 meters. So he's about 2.5 meters back here, but he's coming on the outside, a bit like he did in Moscow. He's got the same gap between him and the leaders as he did with Ovet in Moscow, but he's breezing past the leader here. But the leader was no Ovet, so he's leaving them all for dead. Now Willy Woolbeck is coming from way behind and taking third position. So fantastic season for Coe, 1979, and he won that with ease. Don't let the time sort of deceive you too much. He took it easy, and okay, they went through in the same time that Ovet went through in 1980 in Moscow. In Ovet's case, he ran the second lap in 50.5, absolutely, or 50.6, absolutely phenomenal. I believe it's the fastest second lap in any Olympic final, reverse split. Obviously, he was in superlative form, and we can see in this race that they're about 1.8 seconds slower on the second lap. What can we conclude from that? Nothing much really, only that, I mean, obviously Kirov was really going for broke, trying to win. And, you know, he dragged Ovet around, and then Ovet just took off on the home straight and ran that fantastic second lap. So a different race here, a different caliber, given that there's nobody in this field of Ovet's quality. Nobody was really in that sort of league, so Coe knew he had it easily won. I'm sure that had Coe gone flat out on the second lap, you know, he could have run about sort of 145-ish, but he didn't need to. And as he went through the finishing line there, I mean, he had both arms in the air, and he looked like it was a Sunday stroll. And when you're at this level and you're beating the best in Europe and you're just breezing through it, and you're literally obliterating with ease the opposition. No wonder you've got your arms in the air and you feel delighted. You know that you're the best in the. You know that nobody can touch you. So I remember my dad in 1979. I was talking to him. This was after Coe set 3 world records, and I think after Ovett was running some fast times as well. And I said to my dad, I was only 15, 16 then. I said to him, "Why won't Coe and Ovett face each other?" You know. And he looked at me and he said, "Because nobody can touch either of them." So what do you mean? He said, "Well, you know, as long as they don't face each other, they can keep winning." I thought that was pretty good, but that's the you know, that's the reputation they had back then. After Coe set his world records, they had a reputation that both of them were virtually invincible, which is why everybody was looking forward to 1980, and each one of them was beaten in the other's race. So I wouldn't say it really settled any arguments. It didn't really prove which one was better, but that's enough. That's enough talking from me. Thanks for being with me for reliving this race. And if there's anything that I haven't covered so far that you would like me to cover, let me know. In the meantime, I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.